How you going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to fit VLAN headlights to your Mini Cooper S. This is the VLAN lights here, so I'm going to now get these fitted to the vehicle. You can see they've came with a mountain of extra wires. That looks as if it's connections that go into the existing plugs on the back of the lights. Then we've got a fuse, and then I think this looks like some sort of control box. So yeah, let's get these fitted. As always, if you're ever working on anything electrical, you always need to make sure that you disconnect the battery, which lives under here. This is a 10mm nut. We just turn that anti-clockwise using a socket. And then this just lifts off like so. The first thing that you need to do is disconnect this electrical plug here. You just push that in, the tab's in, and pull it away like so. And as you can see, there's 4 10mm bolts that need to be removed. And then you just pull the headlight up and out, like so. If you've got a headlight washer pump, you'll need to remove it, and then you'll need to remove it from the old light and then fit it onto the new light like so. Once you've removed both headlights, what we need to do now is find the electrical connection for the driving lights. So the one on the right hand side is quite accessible. You just need to turn that 1/4 of a turn anti-clockwise, and then that gives you access to the lamp holder. The one on the left hand side, however, it's quite difficult to get into that one because obviously the water bottle, the windscreen washer bottle's there. Is turn your steering wheel to the left, so there's a gap here. Now there's a little inspection cover here. You just need to turn that anti-clockwise, 1/4 of a turn. That comes out like so, which then gives you access to the lamp holder. We just turn that 1/4 of a turn anti-clockwise, and then the lamp holder comes out. So all we're going to do now is just disconnect this lamp holder from the plug. You just push that there and then pull out the lamp. It's the same on this side. We just push down on that clip and then the lamp holder comes out. Right, so if you look here at your lamp holder and at the electrical connections, that's the same as that. So this has to go into this side here, because that's totally different to this side, if you see that. Okay, that's that in. Now this other end goes into the original lamp holder end. And then this lamp holder now has to go back into the light fitting. That's the lamp holder. You just push it in to the light fitting, and then you turn it quarter of a turn clockwise this time. And then you pull on it just to make sure that it doesn't come out. And then that way you know that's it connected. That then leaves you with this cable here and this electrical connection. So we'll leave that there because that's going to connect into the headlight itself. What we'll do is we'll do the left-hand side. It's the same again. You've got two ends that are the same here. So we use the other end. This little part that protrudes out goes into this little slot here of the clip, of the spring clip. And then you push it, and then you make sure it can't come out. Then it's going to be the same again. This end here goes into the original fitting. You just pull on it again, make sure it's tight, doesn't come out. Then what we'll do is we'll feed this cable up through here. We'll then grab it at the other end, and then we'll pull it up through. What we'll do now is we'll put the lamp holder in the hole. Turn it clockwise, quarter of a turn, and then that's it. Right, so we're left with one more cable here, which comes from the control box, from the fuse. So what we're going to do is, there's two choices. You can run it around the front here, but obviously there's a lot of heat there with the turbocharger and the radiator and the condenser for the air conditioning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just run it underneath this rubber here, this rubber gasket, this seal, because there's not going to be as much heat up at this side, so I'll do that now. So that just pulls up. There's some dust and debris there, so what I'll do is I'll give it a quick clean out. Now, in order to know the length of cable that I need, all I'm going to do is just fit this right-hand side headlight first. Now, prior to doing that, all I do is I just count the threads here. So there's 4 threads exposed here on the top one. There's like 3.5 there. And then there's 4. So there's 4, 4, 3.5. So what I'll do is I'll set up the new headlight first, and that will give me a sort of starter, an indication of the adjustment. All I'm going to do is use a 22mm socket. So that's roughly about 4 threads there, and then they've all been adjusted. If you look here, this is your original Mini wiring harness connection. This one here is the new one. That's what obviously allows you to have the running side lights. So that's the new connection that comes in the kit. So that's the one that we're interested in, to make sure that the length of cable from here round to the other side is going to be long enough. Now, in order to fit the headlight here on the right hand side of the vehicle, my left if I'm looking at it, there is a 10mm bolt with a penny washer, and then we've got 3 longer 10mm bolts with spring clips on them. So that's all we need now to fit them. My headlamp has actually got a washer pump on it, so what I need to do is connect the washer pump hose, which now I've realised there's no clip there. I need to find that.
2,000 years later.
So I've just got to connect this hose here. What I'll do is I'll take this cable underneath, connect the black new connection first, then the original BMW Mini wiring harness. What I want to do now is just see, this is going to be long enough, this cable, to route it round this way. It'll be the same on the other side. So I'll just connect the small one first again. And then the original wiring harness. Now it's just a case of getting all the bolts in. So the way it connects is we've got 2 crimps here connected to the cables. So all we're going to do is loosen this bolt here. This is connected, this is continuously connected to the chassis of the car. So through continuity, that's how you get your earth. And then the positive, we're going to pick that up from the positive main power feed inside the fuse box here. I'm going to use this as my grounding point here. Now that I've gained access to the fuse board here, all we're going to be doing is jumping onto this direct feed here. This is your 12 volt supply. Now obviously the battery's disconnected at the moment, okay? Also just make sure you check your fuse before you put it in. Make sure there's a line inside there, a continuous line. I'm actually going to cut a bit of Velcro here. That'll save the box moving around. I think, to be honest, I might end up taking this off another power supply, just so that these wires are a bit tidier. But for the moment, this will do. What I'll do now is just gently lower the hood, the bonnet here, just to make sure. And there you go, that's the headlights being adjusted. Everything's centralised. As I said, I don't want to bore you with the details, but all you have to do, if you want the headlight to come up, you obviously have to push these in. You turn these clockwise. If you want them to come out anti-clockwise, left or right, you just need to adjust it, vice versa. Height, up and down, you adjust that one there. And then the one at the back, you can move that in and out as well, just to hold it in place. That's the headlights fitted. Everything's all adjusted. Really happy with how it's turned out. All I need to do now is reconnect the battery, and then we'll go for a test. Fingers crossed, they work. What I'm going to do now is unlock the car. Look at that. Lock the car. And that's it, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Take care.